this next team is addressing the problem of charitable giving, specifically that you want to give, but at any given moment you feel perhaps a little bit strapped for cash. So to address this, they are trying to skim just a little bit off of all of your transactions while simultaneously giving you some positive feedback, some positive visual feedback on your community giving. This is BenevoCent.
Hello everyone, my name is Emilio and these are my teammates, Steven, Kyle, and Michael. And we'd like to start off with a few questions. Every month you set aside a few dollars for donations, right? No, you forget. Sometimes you don't do it. What if we told you there's an app that makes it more fun and easy? Well, introducing BenevoCent. With BenevoCent, donating to your favorite charities is easier than ever. Let's imagine you just made a credit card transaction for $2.44. Rounding up to the nearest dollar, the remaining 56 cents would then be automatically earmarked to donate to the charities of your choice. What makes it fun? Every user has a garden where plants grow proportional to the amount of dollars you're putting in. For every $5, a new fruit or vegetable grows in one of the garden's 9 plots. And every organization has their own garden. Why gardens? We chose gardens because we believe community gardens are a natural symbol for charitableness. People don't make community gardens for themselves. They make it to help out their community. They make it to increase access to fresh food. And it's benevolent. Here's Steven with the user demo.
Thanks, Emilio. When a user logs in, they can go to their account page to enter all the bank information needed for all the cards they'd like to donate with. On our organizations page, users then can research organizations and choose which causes they'd like to donate with. Users can choose what % of their change goes to which charity. If users are running a little low on cash, they can have the option to give only a fraction of their total change. Or if they're feeling extra generous, users can give what amounts to over 100% of their total change. As users build their own personal garden, they're also contributing to each charity's community garden, which has a lump sum of all the money donated to that charity. The community garden is made up of 9 plots, which serve as a leaderboard to help promote competition. The top 9 users get their own personal plot, and they get to put their favorite fruit or vegetable on that plot. To help our users climb up the leaderboard, we give the option to give direct donations to any charity that they choose via our direct donation page. Just type in the amount, the charity, and donate away. Next is going to be Kyle, who's going to talk about the technologies we've used.
Thanks, Stephen. When building BenevoCent, we decided to make a progressive web app, utilizing React and Material UI to ensure a clean and consistent user experience across all devices. We use Plaid to monitor a user's new transaction and Stripe to charge a user's monthly donations. The Charity Navigator API was also used to compile a list of charities located in New York. We deployed our app using Google's Firebase and used their NoSQL Cloud Firestore to hold all of our data. Firestore's main benefits are the ability to synchronize your data across multiple clients and react to updates in real time. Despite the complexity involved to relate our data, we appreciated the speed and scalability Firestore had to offer. I'll now hand it off to Mike, who will go into the data flow.
Thanks, Kyle. From the front-end application, the user's bank account credentials are sent to the back-end node server. The back-end node server then connects to the Plaid API in order to establish a webhook and to receive access tokens, which are then later used to verify future communication between the back-end server and Plaid. When the back-end server receives a webhook notification, this alerts the server that a new transaction or a new user transaction has occurred, and that the back-end server needs to request additional data or the transactional data from the back-end from the Plaid API. That data is then saved to Google's Cloud Firestore. Firestore serves as the single source of truth for our application, which the application uses Firestore's REST API in order to read and update the data in real time. We invite you to check out the app at www.BenevoCent.com and by downloading the app to your iOS or Android device by navigating to the site and adding it to your home screen through your browser settings. Thank you.
All right, if you would like to vote for BenevoCent, follow the instructions below. And now, and I was gonna say, like, I do like kind of like habit-changing apps, especially ones that involve like small games. I think that's really the path to getting people to change behavior longer term. I'd like to introduce Gabe Lebec, another instructor at Full Stack. Gabe will be leading us through the next 5 Full Stack projects.
Just wanted, so I mean, I also just wanted to say about BenevoCent that it's actually even with the tools like Plaid and Stripe, it's actually notoriously annoying and difficult to deal with financial data you get from banks, and and so I think the idea itself is definitely benevolent, but also I think the implementation must have been difficult. I'm sure there was a lot of wrangling behind the scenes to make that work.